welcome to your deep dive. Today, we're going to be tackling how to become a full-time content creator in 2024.
Ooh, exciting.
It is exciting. And you know what's even more exciting?
What's that?
Our source is a YouTube video by the awesome Modern Millie.
Oh yeah, she is awesome. I love Millie, and it's a good one.
It is good.
This video is packed with practical tips, but what's really fascinating is how Millie sets up her 5-step process.
Okay.
Most people, they just want to jump right into platforms and algorithms.
Right.
But Millie, she starts with something completely different.
Okay. I'm intrigued. What is this unexpected first step?
She calls it defining your crux.
Crux.
And it's more than just finding your niche.
Right.
It's about combining your niche with your target audience and your own unique spin on it. It's like finding your content DNA.
Yeah, content DNA. I love that.
Yeah.
So it's not enough to just say, I'm into fitness.
Wow.
I need to get way more specific.
Exactly. Millie uses this example of at-home fitness for moms.
Okay.
That's way more targeted than just fitness.
Right.
And this is where it gets really interesting for you.
Okay.
Millie, she tells a story about how her own husband actually helped her discover her own unique angle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he pointed out things that she was naturally good at, things she didn't even realize were special.
Wow. That's a brilliant insight.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're so used to our own strengths that we don't even see them as strengths.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, think about that. What do the people closest to you say you're amazing at?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, it might be the key to your crux.
That's a great point. And you know, Millie also makes it clear that if you're struggling to pinpoint your crux right away, the best thing you can do is just start creating.
Oh, okay.
You'll discover what feels most natural and authentic to you through the process itself.
So don't let overthinking hold you back. Just dive in and see where it takes you.
I love that. But what happens after you figure out this crux thing? Where do you go from there?
This is where Millie gets really strategic.
Okay.
Step 2 is building an email list.
Oh, and she recommends doing this even before you start growing a platform.
Wait, hold on, really?
Yeah.
Before any social media?
Yes.
That seems counterintuitive. Why would she suggest that?
Because it's about owning your audience,
Hey,
not being at the mercy of algorithms.
Right.
Social media platforms, they change the rules all the time.
They do. They do.
But an email list,
yeah.
that's a direct connection to your most engaged followers no matter what happens with any given platform.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Millie even shared a story about a student who followed this advice, built a huge following, and was actually able to replace her corporate income with coaching, all thanks to her email list.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, that's incredible.
It's a smart move. She mentioned tools like MailChimp Flowdesk and Stand for managing those lists, even giving a quick walkthrough of Stand.
Very helpful.
That diversification is essential for long-term success as a content creator.
So it's like building your own little corner of the internet.
Exactly.
So we've got our crux. We're building our email list now. Does Millie finally tell us which platform to pick? I'm dying to know which one she recommends.
She does, but with a twist.
Oh, okay.
Step 3 is choosing a platform. But Millie's advice is to focus on just one initially.
Yeah.
She argues that spreading yourself too thin across multiple platforms can actually hinder your growth early on.
It's like trying to juggle too many balls at once.
Yeah.
You're bound to drop a few.
Exactly. You're better off mastering one platform first, building a solid foundation, and then expanding later.
So which one does she think is best?
Well, she breaks down the pros and cons of each platform, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, explaining who they serve best and how each platform's algorithm works. While she admits YouTube is her favorite and you know it's a powerhouse, she emphasizes that it's a long game and not for those who crave instant gratification.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Different platforms attract different audiences, and understanding their unique quirks is crucial. Millie also had a great tip for repurposing content later on.
Oh yeah, what was that?
Using a website called snaptik.app to remove watermarks from TikToks, and then using Metricool to schedule and auto-post that content to other platforms.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, so you're not starting from scratch every time. You're leveraging your existing work to maximize your reach.
That's clever. So once we've peaked our platform, what's next on Millie's roadmap?
Step 4 is all about your posting cadence.
Okay.
And Millie's approach to consistency is refreshing.
Oh, how so?
She says it's not about posting every single day,
Okay.
but finding a rhythm you can sustain without burning out.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right. There's so much pressure these days to be constantly churning out content.
Oh my gosh, I know it can be exhausting.
It really can.
But-
Millie suggests something much more manageable.
Okay, I'm listening.
Take a break. Define your posting schedule and then batch create that content in advance. She even gives the example of creating a month's worth of Instagram content reels, photos, graphics in just 3 days.
Wow.
I know, right?
That's impressive.
It's like meal prepping, but for your content.
I love that analogy. It sounds so much more achievable than the post every day, no matter what mantra.
It really does.
Yeah.
And Millie also emphasizes the importance of variety.
Okay.
Mix trending content, search-friendly stuff, and some purely for your own enjoyment.
I like that. Keep things interesting for you and your audience.
Exactly. Speaking of interesting, step 5 is where Millie gets into the nuts and bolts of actually creating for your chosen platform. She stresses that you need to become an expert not just in your niche, but in the platform itself.
Okay.
So it's not enough to be a great fitness instructor. I also need to understand how YouTube works inside and out.
You got it. Each platform has its own language and best practices. You have to speak that language to connect with its users.
That makes sense.
Millie gave some great examples of how she tailors content to each platform. Instagram tips on Instagram, TikTok tips on TikTok, and more in-depth stuff on YouTube Shorts.
It's like learning a new dialect for each platform.
I like that. And remember, Millie's a big advocate for SEO. She encourages us to think like our target audience. What are they searching for?
So instead of just posting what I think is cool, I need to create the content my audience is already looking for.
Yes. Anticipate their needs and questions. Use keyword research and pay attention to the suggested searches that pop up on each platform.
It's about being strategic and intentional, not just winging it.
Absolutely. Now, are you ready to talk about the part we're all waiting for?
The money part.
Oh!
Yeah, bring it on.
All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to your deep dive into the world of content creation.
All right, we left off on step 6, making money. Millie outlined several income streams in her video brand collaborations, user-generated content, affiliate marketing, digital products, courses, memberships. The list goes on and on.
It does, and she really emphasizes that there's no one right way to monetize your content.
Right.
It all depends on your crux, your audience, and your goals.
So it's not a cookie-cutter approach.
No.
You have to find what works best for you.
Exactly. But there were 2 strategies that Millie highlighted that I think are particularly relevant for you: affiliate marketing and digital products.
Okay, those definitely caught my attention too. They seem like accessible options for someone just starting out. But I have to admit, I'm a little fuzzy on the details. Can we break those down a bit more?
Absolutely. Affiliate marketing is all about recommending products or services that you genuinely love and use. You partner with brands and share unique links with your audience. If someone makes a purchase through your link, you earn a commission.
So it's like being a brand ambassador, but you get paid based on results.
That's a great way to put it. And Millie's big tip here is to put your affiliate links everywhere, your link in bio blog posts, video descriptions, even in dedicated highlights on Instagram.
She even mentions slipping them into your content organically.
Exactly. No hard selling required. Just subtly reminding your audience of the products or services you love and think they might benefit from.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
You get to recommend great products and earn some income while you're at it.
Now let's talk about digital products. This is where you get to package your knowledge, skills, or creative talents into a digital format that you can sell directly to your audience.
So we're talking ebooks, courses, templates, presets, things like that.
Exactly. Millie actually gave a really cool example of how she created a pack of Instagram templates that people could use to elevate their own content. It's something she uses herself and knows her audience would find valuable.
It's like sharing your secret sauce with your audience.
And her pro tip for promoting digital products. Similar to affiliate marketing, just weave those mentions into your content naturally. Don't be pushy. Just consistently remind your audience of what you offer.
It's about building that trust and showing your audience how your products can solve their problems or enhance their lives.
You got it. And as you grow your business, there are even more income streams to explore. Brand collaborations, sponsored content, speaking engagements, coaching, consulting. It's amazing to see how many possibilities there are.
It really is inspiring. It's a little overwhelming, to be honest. But I think Millie's advice about focusing on one platform and 1 or 2 monetization strategies initially is really smart. It prevents you from getting scattered and overwhelmed.
Absolutely. It's like building a house.
Yeah.
You start with a strong foundation and then add rooms one by one.
Okay, so we've talked about the practical steps, the strategies, the money-making potential, but you know what? There's one thing Millie didn't talk about that I think is crucial: the emotional side of being a content creator.
You're right. That's something that often gets overlooked, but it's just as important as the practical side of things.
Because let's be real, putting yourself out there for the world to see can be scary.
It can be incredibly vulnerable. You're sharing your ideas, your creativity, your personality. It's a big deal.
And there's no guarantee people will like it. In fact, you're almost guaranteed to encounter some negativity along the way.
Unfortunately, that comes with the territory.
Yeah.
And Millie's video doesn't really address that, does it?
Not really. But it's something that every content creator has to grapple with. How do you deal with the pressure to be constantly creating the fear of failure, the inevitable negative comments?
These are all valid feelings, and acknowledging them is the first step. You're not weak for feeling overwhelmed or discouraged sometimes. It's part of the process.
It's normal to feel that way. Phew, that's good to hear.
Absolutely normal. Everyone who puts themselves out there experiences these ups and downs, even those with millions of followers.
So how do we navigate those emotional challenges? What are some strategies for staying resilient in the face of negativity and pressure? Welcome back to the final part of our content creation deep dive.
We've covered a lot of ground in this journey so far.
We really have, from that crucial first step of defining your crux to navigating the emotional ups and downs of putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
But now we're ready for the fun part. Let's talk about actually growing an audience and turning this passion into a real business.
I like your enthusiasm. And you're right, this is where it all comes together. But before we dive into specific strategies, I think it's worth reiterating Millie's advice about focusing on one platform initially.
You mean not trying to be everywhere at once?
Exactly. As tempting as it is to spread yourself across every social media channel, it's far more effective to concentrate your energy on mastering one platform first. Think of it as building a home base.
I see what you mean. It's like establishing your headquarters before launching any big campaigns.
Precisely. Once you have a solid foundation on one platform, then you can think about expanding and diversifying. But in those early stages, focus is key. So let's talk about attracting those first followers. How do we get people interested in what we're creating?
Millie talked a lot about creating high-quality content that provides genuine value to your target audience. It's not just about posting pretty pictures or funny videos. It's about giving people something they can actually use or learn from.
That's such a crucial point. And remember, value can take many forms. It could be entertainment, information, inspiration, or even just a sense of connection. The key is to understand what your audience is looking for and deliver it consistently.
Millie also suggested tapping into keyword research to figure out what people are actually searching for online.
Absolutely. Keyword research can be a game changer. It gives you a direct line into the minds of your target audience, showing you exactly what they're typing into those search bars. And it's not just about finding the right keywords, it's about understanding the intent behind those searches.
So it's not just about using the word fitness. It's about understanding whether someone is looking for workout routines, nutritional advice, or motivation tips.
You got it. And beyond keyword research, pay close attention to the feedback you receive. Read those comments, answer those questions, and even consider running polls or quizzes to gauge what resonates most with your audience.
It's like a two-way conversation. We're not just talking AT our audience, we're listening and responding to their needs and interests.
I love that analogy. And speaking of conversations, don't underestimate the power of engagement. Responding to comments, answering questions, hosting live Q&A sessions, these are all powerful ways to foster a sense of community and connection.
It's about building relationships, not just racking up followers.
Exactly. It's about turning those followers into fans and those fans into advocates who will share your content with their own networks.
Speaking of expanding your network, what about collaborating with other creators? Millie briefly mentioned that in her video.
Collaboration can be a game changer for audience growth. Guest posting on each other's blogs, co-hosting webinars, doing joint live streams. These are all fantastic ways to cross-promote your content and reach new audiences. Plus, it's a lot more fun than trying to do everything solo.
It's like teamwork for content creators. I love that idea. We've talked about social media strategies, but what about email marketing? I know Millie's a big advocate for building an email list.
And for good reason. As your email list grows, it becomes a powerful asset for nurturing those relationships and keeping your audience engaged. Think of it as your VIP club, where you can share exclusive content, offer special discounts, and build deeper connections.
It's a direct line of communication that you control, unlike the ever-changing algorithms of social media.
Exactly. Now, are you ready to talk about the part we've all been waiting for?
You mean turning this whole content creation thing into a sustainable business? Absolutely.
I thought you might say that Millie outlined several monetization strategies, but the two that I think are particularly relevant for someone starting out are affiliate marketing and digital products.
Those seem like accessible options that don't require a huge upfront investment.
Exactly. Affiliate marketing is all about leveraging your existing audience and recommending products or services that you already love and use.
It's like sharing your favorite finds with your friends, but you get a little bonus if they decide to make a purchase.
And Millie's top tip here is to put those affiliate links everywhere in your social media bios, blog posts, video descriptions, even in your Instagram stories highlights.
She even suggested mentioning them organically in your content without being overly salesy.
Exactly. The key is to make it feel natural and authentic, like you're genuinely recommending something you think your audience would benefit from.
Now let's talk about digital products. This is where you get to package your expertise and creativity into something tangible that you can sell directly to your audience.
Think ebooks, online courses, templates, presets, workbooks, anything that provides value and solves a problem for your target audience.
Millie gave the example of creating Instagram templates, which is something she uses herself and knows her audience would find valuable.
It's a great example. It's about taking something you're already good at and sharing it with the world in a way that's both helpful and profitable.
And her advice for promoting digital products, similar to affiliate marketing, just weave those mentions into your content organically. No need for hard selling tactics.
Exactly. Just consistently remind your audience of what you offer and how it can help them.
So it's all about building that trust and showing your audience that you genuinely want to provide value, not just make a quick buck.
You got it. And as you grow, there are even more monetization options to explore. Brand collaborations, sponsored content, speaking engagements, coaching, consulting. The possibilities are truly endless.
It's amazing to see how many ways there are to turn your passion into a thriving business.
It really is. But as you navigate these opportunities, remember to stay true to your brand and your values.
You mean not compromising my integrity for a paycheck?
Exactly. Authenticity is everything in the content creation world. Your audience can spot a phony a mile away.
So focus on building genuine connections, providing real value, and promoting products or services that you truly believe in.
You got it. Now, as we wrap up this deep dive, what are some final words of wisdom you'd offer to someone who's feeling inspired to embark on their own content creation adventure?
I'd say embrace the journey. Content creation is a constantly evolving landscape, so be prepared to learn, adapt, and experiment along the way. Don't be afraid to try new things, to step outside your comfort zone, and to let your unique voice shine through.
I love that. And remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one creator might not work for another. Find what resonates with you, what lights you up, and what aligns with your values.
Most importantly, have fun. Content creation should be a joyful and fulfilling experience. If you're not enjoying the process, it's going to show in your work.
So embrace your creativity, connect with your audience, and let your passion guide you. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. There's a whole community of creators out there ready to support and encourage you every step of the way.
What an incredible deep dive this has been. I feel so much more informed and inspired to take that first step.
Me too. Now go out there, create something amazing, and make your mark on the world.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. Until next time.